I'll take this side.
Alex Lyon, can you take us through your mindset on the penalty shot and how you saw it develop there as he comes down?
Really dangerous player.
Don't give away your tips.
I try not to overthink the penalty shot too much. Kind of the same situation as a shootout, and just try to kind of be in the moment. And that's when practice comes through. So you just got to trust your instincts and lean on those.
And just what did you think about the way this club performed in the third period and kind of seemed to parlay the momentum of that play, got the game even, and took over in the third?
Yeah, definitely. I felt like it felt pretty similar to kind of when we were rolling after Olympic break. We would really lock it down in the third period, and I think we did an unbelievable job of that. Even killing, I think we did a great job killing, and managed to, Tucky managed to give us the lead there, and we did a good job of just finding a way through it, and happy for the guys and appreciate the hard work.
This question's for Alex Tuck. What was key for your team's penalty kill, particularly in the third period with the calls against Dahlin and Thompson, protecting that 2-1 lead?
Just kind of locking it down, being aggressive when we could, causing turnovers, but also not giving up seams and blocking shots when we had to, and like I said, pressuring when we found the opportunity.
Alex Tuck got on the PK. What's the confidence level? That's been a staple of your team all season in those late game situations. Is there talk on the bench? Is there just knowing yourself that you can kill whatever comes late in the game like that?
Yeah, no, we have some confidence. I thought our PK has been really good all year. Obviously, they've gotten a couple power play goals this series that we'd like to have back, and we're just trying to see their tendencies and react, and not change too much because we have had success in the penalty kill this year. And just play with that confidence, knowing we're going to go out there and try to make it hell on the opponent and on their power play.
Alex Lyon, at what point did you feel that you were pretty locked in? Obviously, it's a pretty crazy building. They're chanting your name out there, but you got tested early. Like, at what point did you feel like you were in a pretty good position?
I think getting in for a few minutes of the last game was really helpful. It's been, before that, it was probably 2 weeks since I had played, so just to get the feel of the game, and I think that kind of set me up nicely for today. But I think that we came in with a great mindset, and you could feel it in the room of that we were just going to send it for 60 minutes and kind of that's all you can do, and so I think we did a really good job of that. We were engaged right from the start, and I felt confident, and that's just what you're searching for, and the team gave me confidence, and we played desperately, so it was good.
For Alex Tuck, when that momentum shifts in the second period and it builds into the third, is there a time where you feel that momentum change and it's time to seize upon the moment and get after it in the game?
Yeah, you never really know when the opportunity to strike is going to happen. I think our group, first couple games, we stayed a little bit too patient at times, but I think this game, I thought we had a great first period, especially on the road. Outshot the opponent, really matched their intensity. Had a couple great A's early on. Probably gave up a little bit too much, but I thought we did a little bit better job defensively in the second period that ended up causing some chances our way. And just continue to push, continue to play the right way, and lucky enough we got the go-ahead one there early in the third.
I know the letter of respect for Noah Ostlund. Just what stood out about him tonight that he was able to jump right into the fray and do what he did tonight?
Jumping right in. He hasn't played the game in a couple weeks. First ever playoff hockey game in his rookie year. You guys got 1-on-1. I mean, that's special. I mean, the hockey IQ is off the charts, the skill is off the charts, but honestly, to compete, he went in there and competed every single shift and made a difference every single shift. And he was phenomenal tonight. And we need our depth. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, a lot of guys in our room don't know how we need to use everybody, and I was really happy how much depth we went out and got during the deadline, and we're going to need everyone going forward because you never know what will happen or who will go down or who's going to be healthy and who's ready to go. So I think that's some of the keys to success in the playoffs is having that depth. And so, yeah, it was awesome for him to jump in there and have success, and we're going to need him going forward.
For Alex Lyon, any thoughts back to 3 years ago against this team in the playoffs? Any flashbacks?
Definitely some familiar feels. That's my only NHL playing experience, obviously. So a little bit, just like the bus ride and stuff like that. It was a little familiar, but feels different too at the same time. Obviously have a much bigger hand in this team than I did that Florida team. So just feeling really excited and feeling really appreciative of the opportunity right now, and just really trying to enjoy every moment as much as I can. And they're so fleeting, playing NHL playoff games. So just trying to really soak everything up.
Guys, if I could ask you each one question, Alex Tuck, it seemed like right off the bat you guys set a tone. You guys were on it. You were on them. You were causing turnovers. Did you feel you needed to and did set that tone right off the bat?
Yeah, I mean, this is not an easy arena to play in. They've had a lot of success at home this year, and it's been a challenge even for our team throughout the season. A couple of games we came in and played, and we wanted that mindset of coming in and just going to work right away. No matter what happens, they score 1 or 2 goals. We just got to keep working, keep going. We have a lot of faith and a lot of confidence in our group. We know we can bury a couple goals, and we're going to keep pushing towards that, but we just had to make sure we were playing good defense tonight and matching their intensity. I thought we did a good job of that.
Lyon, at 33 years old, do you still get butterflies before a game like this?
I get really nervous before every game, honestly. Blue and white preseason game amongst the Sabres, any preseason game, game 5 of the regular season, it's sometimes in practice I get really nervous, so that's just part of who I am, and but it's fun too. I just have learned to deal with it and kind of enjoy that part of it a little bit and not let it deter me at all. But like I said, I just tried to enjoy the night tonight. I like playing here. Like Tucky said, it's a tough building to play in, and they have obviously had a lot of success at home this year, but it's also one of the most, special places to play in my mind. So again, just trying to soak up everything.
Last one. Alex Lyon, penalty shot was obviously a big turning point in the game. Would you rather face one shot and have be done, or over a penalty, a power play where they might have sustained attack?
That's a great question. I don't really know if I have an answer for you. I mean, everything's very circumstantial. We've had a lot of success in our penalty kill this year, and I think we have a lot of confidence in our penalty kill, and that definitely plays a factor. Arvidsson's he's a pretty good player, and to be honest with you, every player in this league has the ability to score on penalty shots. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just more circumstantial, but yeah, don't really have a definitive answer one way or the other.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I mean, the sequence with Alex stopping the penalty shot and then, Bo coming right back and scoring obviously could have gone to 2-0. Could you just explain, just how the turning point that was in the game for you guys?
Well, definitely a turning point. I mean, really bad luck if you want to look at it. Break a stick and can't do anything with the puck. And he came up with a huge save for us and at the crucial time of the game.
Andy, this was really the first time all series you've played with the lead. How did you see maybe Boston change their game a bit in chasing the game and the way you guys really locked in and defended?
No, I think I talked about our game where we needed better puck play. I thought our puck play throughout the game was really good. Our passing was good. That led to better team speed. I don't think they changed their game. They're really good at how they play, and we have to focus on how we play. And I said before this started, you got two good teams that are playing hockey against each other.
Lindy, how would you evaluate Alex Lyon's first start in the playoffs for the Sabres?
Well, I thought he was very good tonight. I thought both goalies, both teams left some high-quality stuff out there. Even the third period, I think we hit Greenway hit a post, Zucker hit a crossbar. The opportunities were there. I thought Alex made some cross-ice passes, even a couple in the first period. That I think frustrated them a little bit. But at the same time, our power play let Swayman off the hook. We had an empty net. Dawes had an empty net to shoot it in, and he chose pass. But there was some good stuff there, and both goaltenders made some big saves at key times.
And Noah Ostlund said he was a little nervous at the beginning of the game, but for him to have the debut he had, what's it say about him?
Well, I think he said it as best he could. He's got experience. He's been in the playoffs. Everybody's a little nervous going into a game like that. I totally understand that. I thought he played a really solid game for us. Got a little disjointed with all the penalties, where I'd like to see him play a little bit more because he was going so good. But for a first playoff game with us, he gets an A+.
On that goal from Alex Tuck, there hasn't been a lot of time and space out there in the series, but he had plenty of it there. What was your view on the bench, and what were you thinking when you saw he had all that space?
Are you talking the first goal?
Tuck's goal.
Tuck's goal? Well, I just thought, we had good motion inside the zone. We won a couple battles. I thought we did a lot better job of moving our feet on the walls, not getting trapped on the walls. Came off the wall. Tage did a great job in front of their goaltender, and that's pretty well the type of goals we're going to need to score.
That was an empty net goal by Noah Ostlund, but at the end of the day, was that just heart and desire that scored that goal? I mean, he seemed like he put a lot into that.
He really did. The effort to get down there, the effort to out-battle, and then, the scouting report on Pasternak when he's in goal is you got to go 5-hole.
What stood out in particular about your penalty killers late in the third period when they killed off the interference penalty against Dahlin and the tripping penalty against Tage Thompson?
We weren't really happy with our first couple kills. We lost a little bit of our positioning, gave them a couple big opportunities, went through some of those after the first period, and I thought those last two kills were excellent. Made it tough. I thought we got a couple great blocks, but I thought the rhythm, especially those top four guys up front that were killing, and the Timmins block, I thought Samuelson was really solid around net front, and didn't really give him that second opportunity after they shot a puck.
Lindy, sorry if you've been asked about this already, but how valuable is it from a momentum standpoint when a penalty shot that you were able to withstand it?
Yeah, I think there's two ways you can look at it. It's a big lift for us, or because of a tough break, they end up scoring and they go up 2-0. It's just a huge momentum swing, one direction or the other. So, that save is probably the save of the night.
Lindy, you haven't scored a first goal in this series. Power play is well chronicled, even though we got better tonight. But did you sense that your team looked like itself again, especially in the second half of this game, and had more swagger and just was moving with speed and playing the way you've seen for 4 months in a lot of ways?
I would say that I thought we looked like that the whole game. I liked the start of the game. Those first couple power plays were real good. Just couldn't get it to go. But I thought our speed and our pace of play and the way our defense were involved that is our game. And it starts with, moving the puck. We made tape-to-tape passes where, that generates a lot of speed.
What do you think about what you're getting out of Bowen Byram through 3 games in this series?
Yeah, well, there's a guy that has some experience in situations like this, and he's given us some speed. He's given us some goal scoring. I mean, that goal kind of reminded me of the overtime goal in Ottawa. Came around the backside and one-timed it before the goaltender can get set. But I thought a lot of his decisions offensively were real good decisions. I thought defending-wise, he was solid. Yeah, it was a good night for Bo.
Talk about just one more, shift to shift, game to game. What have you liked about the way the group has kind of handled the highs and lows, whether it's within a game or going from game 2 to game 3 so far?
Well, we've talked about the emotion of winning a big game, and then we talked about you got to get through the emotion of losing a tough game, and you lose at home, and you had all this emotion after game 1, and that's the battle of the playoffs. Is you've got to be ready to put away a big win. Like, we have to be ready to put this game away and get ready for a really desperate team on Sunday in their building. Just the same way they have to put the game away and know that they got to battle and bounce back. So it's something that our guys, some of them haven't been through, but they've got a little bit of a taste of it.
As you've gotten to know
Last
Alex,
one.
as you've gotten to know Alex Lyon's personality this year, do you get the sense that he kind of enjoys the 18,000 fans taunting his name?
I mean, he just enjoys the game, period, and never put a lot of thought into the fans chanting his name. But, I think anybody would fuel off of some of the saves they made. And we all know he's gave us everything he's had since the start of the year, and tonight he gave us another great performance. Thanks.